Since it was my first time living abroad, the time I spent at Mason, Korea helped me adjust smoothly to the life in the US and encouraged me to step out of my comfort zone. I had many meaningful and diverse experiences at the Fairfax campus. I received a full scholarship and had the honor of representing the KOR School alongside the Dean at the Oxford Consortium for Human Rights at the University of Oxford in the UK. I also interned for a semester at two different KOR School labs and served as both a KOR School ambassador and Mason Korea student ambassador for a year. I feel like these experiences not only helped me grow professionally and personally, but also made my final year incredibly meaningful.
So I think it's all about people. Like I could have more friends from Fairfax campus who came for study abroad in Korea. So I could like get a lot of information from them about how the life in Fairfax campus was like, and then yeah, I think that's the most important point that I got.
My time at Mason Korea gave me a strong foundation that made my transition to Fairfax really smooth. I had worked on his research projects and engaged in group discussions a lot, so I felt prepared to contribute meaningfully in Fairfax. Particularly, I was able to build my capstone topic at Fairfax based on the research interests I had developed during my time in Korea. I had an experience working on public project conflict research by assisting Dr. Wilson, and I could develop the topic of my capstone project based on it.
So as you already know that all basic comp theory keeps pop up through like our 4 academic years, right? So since I spent 2.5 years in Mason, Korea, and 1.5 year at the Fairfax campus, the time in Korea really shaped my academic base and academic journey. The skills and perspectives I developed it there helped me adapt quickly and confidently when I transitioned to Fairfax.
Yeah, so I think the academic experience in Mason, Korea was truly compelling and foundational to my growth at the Fairfax campus. So to be honest, level with you, basically, when I was a freshman, I couldn't understand the full English lectures or even speak English fluently. I'm not saying that I'm like fluent in English at this point, but I can see the growth back in compared to the last several years. So, however, through Mason's core values, which is learning, I came to realize that the individual growth flourishes in an environment that values people rather than confines themselves to the limits. So, all the hardships and failures I experienced helped shaping myself into a bold and resilient person. So I think overall, the Mason Korea provided academic experience or training mindset to a more bold and resilient.
Constant interaction with colleagues who have been to the United States or the Fairfax campus helped me a lot. So after talking to them, I started to have an idea of what I was putting myself into once I switched the campus. And also being aware of the programs, events, internships, or culture always help us to get the vibe before we arrive because by the time we arrive, there may be a lot of things to take care of so that we often forget about what we can do while we're at the Fairfax campus. And also practicing hands-on experience or projects was also helpful because Mason Korea campus is a small community compared to Fairfax. It should be easier to speak up and participate in class. However, Fairfax campus having much larger class, it may be hard to be engaged actively from the beginning. Therefore, we need to make sure that our voice is heard and our voice matters. Lastly, planning out the 4-year plan with my academic advisor ahead allows me more space to add while I'm at the Fairfax campus. In other words, although there may be a default template for the 4-year academic plan, um, there may be some additional courses or clubs that I want to join while I'm here. So in that case, I felt it was more helpful to be notified by advisor ahead so I can leave some space for later.
I think a lot of the students may fear that the experience in Korea and in Fairfax will be very different. The everyday life may be vastly different because even the size of the campus is uncomparable. But when it comes to the academic success, I think Mason Korea prepares the students really well. We've even amongst the students, we've been saying how sometimes the professors in Korea seem to be a lot more strict on grading, or they encourage us to participate in the classes a lot more. Nice. So you don't need to worry about your academic success in Fairfax. Besides the academic portion, take a lot of initiative in doing and taking on different roles and experiences at Mason Korea so that once you get to Fairfax, you know how to take initiative and engage in different activities and people, professors, and network in meaningful ways. So that would be my sort of advice after I've experienced both campuses.
Briefly, after traveling the US, I will go back to Korea and do an internship, and after that, I'm planning to go to the grad school.
Are you planning to do the grad school at our school or other schools?
I want to go to different country like Japan or the UK, but I didn't choose yet.
In my last semester in Fairfax, right before graduation, I spent a lot of time thinking about what kind of career I want. I wasn't entirely sure which path to take because I'm still interested in a wide range of fields such as international affairs, public policy, and even energy-related conflict. So I decided to apply for OPT, which is a temporary work permit that allows international students to gain practical experiences in the US after graduation. It's a really great opportunity that Mason Korea students can take advantage of to explore different career options. Right now, I'm working on finding internships that align with my interest, and I plan to go to graduate school once I gain more clarity about my path.
I could share because I'm currently still looking for a job. Well, if I have the opportunity, I'd love to work in a field related to international justice or human rights, since my concentration is justice and reconciliation. I want to keep my career developed in related field.
So for this question, since even I'm still a master student at the KOR school, starting from the fall 2025 for this upcoming semester, I'm thrilled to officially launch the Korean Art Song Cultural Bridge Project with my team KOR, hosted in the Narrative Transformation Lab at the KOR school. So this project is in collaboration with the Korean Cultural Center in DC at the University of Michigan. So by unveiling the historical narratives and we need to connect these narratives with diverse intercultural contexts voiced by our audiences and fostering mutual understanding and building a more inclusive community. So in the nearest future, our team, which consists of multicultural backgrounds, plans to develop cross-cultural bonds through a proposed nexus model that incorporates Korean art songs performance and storytelling workshops. So you can also check our previous examples of our work. So stay tuned for our future announcements and for the better information.
Well, so far, I'm enjoying my summer at this point. Yet I have applied for an OPT visa, which allows me to work in the United States for a year. So hopefully I can get a job to use my skills from my undergrad courses. And afterwards, I am vaguely planning on going back to Korea, and we'll see from there.
Just before my graduation, I decided to sort of impulsively um, apply to graduate programs. For me specifically, I grew immense interest in the nonprofit management programs, and I've applied to two schools. One, I heard back and I got accepted. I will consider the enrollment once I hear back from the second school I've applied to. And right now, I'm also working as a communications consultant at a research center that is based also as a nonprofit foundation. And so I think I'll be walking the path or be sort of involved in the field of nonprofits, and we'll see how it goes from here onwards.
If you're the one that you don't know what to do, or you want to find the job that you want to focus on, like, or you want to focus on, I think maybe studying about conflict analysis and resolution, it will make you think about lots of things, or make you to observe a lot of things. So maybe I think it's the one step that you might want to take for a more broader world or career options. But it's up to you, everyone. There's no answer, like right answer. So yeah. But for the like comp major student or first year students, please read a lot. Yeah. please. And they, yeah, just there's lots of things I want to say, but maybe like attend info sessions and use school resources, that visit to the professor's office during office hours, please. Yeah. I didn't do those stuffs that much, so I kind of got like regrets about that. But please do that, please.
여러분들이 만약에 글로벌 이슈나 피스 빌딩이나 직접적인 변화를 만들고 싶으시다면 카터스쿨이 최고의 옵션이 될 거라고 생각합니다. 교수님들도 되게 열정적이시고 다양한 경험도 많으니까 오셔서 즐겁게 공부하시길 바랄게요.
조지 메이슨 대학교랑 CL 학과에 관심 있는 분들에게 꼭 드리고 싶은 말은 만약 갈등이란 주제에 조금이라도 흥미가 있다면 꼭 도전해 보시라는 것입니다. 저희 학과는 단순히 국제 분쟁이나 정치뿐만 아니라 우리가 일상에서 마주하는 갈등부터 사회 구조적인 문제들, 문화적인 측면들까지 넓고 깊게 탐구할 수 있는 기회를 제공합니다. 학교 자체에서 학생들 개개인에게 기회가 굉장히 많이 돌아가고, 특히 교수님들께서 적극적으로 리서치나 활동들에 참여할 수 있도록 도움을 주십니다. 또한 다양한 관점을 가진 사람들과 토론하고 연구하는 기회가 항상 주어지기 때문에 다양한 시각과 방식으로 문제를 생각하게 되는 데 큰 도움이 될 것이라고 생각합니다.
제가 이제 입학이 희망하시는 분들이나 신입생분들께 조언을 드리고 싶은 건 학교에서 제공하는 모든 기회들을 잘 이용하시길 바래요. 학교에서 굉장히 많은 기회들, 뭐, 커리어 디벨롭멘트나 뭐, CDC에서 진행하는 다양한 행사 및 기획들, 뭐, 리서치 라이팅, 대회? 그런 것도 많고, 그래서 그런 것들을 적절히 본인이 필요하다고 생각하는 것들을 잘 골라내서 이용하시면 나중에 페어팩스로 넘어갔을 때도 엄청 많은 도움이 되고, 실제로 인턴십을 구할 때도 그 기회들을 바탕으로, 어, 본인이 생각하는 것보다 훨씬 더 좋은 기회들을 잘 캐치하실 수 있기 때문에 학교에서 제공하는 다양한 기회들 놓치지 마시고, 이제 그 중에 하나, 이제 저희 팩스에이시아 센터즈 꼭 잘 이용하시기 바랍니다.
분쟁 분석 및 해결학과라는 전공 자체가 처음에는 굉장히 생소하게 느껴질 수 있을 것 같아요. 그러나 갈등과 분쟁의 원인을 깊이 있게 연구하고 또 이를 바탕으로 한 실천적인 학문이라는 점에서 저에게는 이 점이 매우 흥미롭게 다가왔었어요. 근데 다만 심리학, 국제학, 사회학 등 다양한 학문으로부터 파생된 융합된 전공인 만큼 이 점이 브로드하게 느껴질 수 있기 때문에 컴프 학문을 통해 갈등의 현상을 어떻게 바라보고 본인만의 해석을 어떻게 정립할 수 있는지를 고민하면서 자신만의 렌즈를 찾는 게 이게 4년 동안의 과정 중에서 가장 필요하다는 또 생각이 들어요. 그런 여정을 통해서 conflict resolution 전공을 통해서 동시에 갈등의 현상을 깊이 있게 탐구하는 제너럴리스트적인 면모와 또한 동시에 본인만의 스페셜라이제이션을 통해서 스페셜리스트가 될 수도 있다는 동시에 제너럴리스트인 동시에 스페셜리스트가 되는 이러한 독창적인 본인만의 연구를 진행할 수 있다는 장점이 있는 것 같아요. 그래서 아직까지도 저도 저만의 전문성을 찾기 위해 도전하고 있고 현재는 저에게 한국 가곡을 통한 문화 외교적 소통이 평화를 실현하는 렌즈다라는 이러한 저만의 정립된 이런 아이디어를 4년 동안의 교수님들과 수많은 선후배님들과의 소통을 통해서 조금이나마 부족하지만 정립할 수 있었거든요. 이렇듯 수많은 멘토십의 기회와 멘토십을 선배님들이 계시기 때문에 훌륭한 경험들 하실 수 있다고 생각하며 적극적으로 추천합니다.
일단 컴프 학과가 처음에 저희가 대학교 학과를 리스트했을 때 굉장히 눈에 띄는 학과는 아니지만 막상 파보면 굉장히 매력적인 학과라고 저는 말씀을 드리고 싶어요. 그리고 또 한국 학교는 입학이 어려운 반면에 미국 학교는 졸업이 어렵다고 되는데 그만큼 기회가 많은 분들한테 열려있다는 뜻이거든요. 그래서 입학이 되면 그때부터는 본인 학위에 딸려서 달렸으니까 그만큼 열심히 하면 졸업은 사실 따라오는 단상이라고 보는 것도 쉽거든요. 그래서 제 영어도 처음에는 이 정도까지는 아니었는데 하다가 일부러 부딪혀 보기도 하고 교수님들한테 뭐 도움을 요청하기도 하고 안 좋은 점수도 받아보면서 이렇게 직접 몸으로 부딪혀서 얻은 영어 실력이라 페어팩스 와서도 그게 굉장히 도움이 됐던 것 같은데 학교 들어오고 나서도 누가 물어본다고 해서 뭐라고 할 사람 없으니까 제발 너무 늦게까지 미루지 말고 그때그때 교수님이나 학생들이나 친구들, 부모님 이렇게 도움을 물어보고 같이 헤쳐나가면 이 학과는 충분히 졸업하고 나서도 향후에 굉장히 매력적인 학과라고 볼 수 있을 만큼 추천드리고 싶어요.
보통 저희 전공을 선택하는 학생들이 세상에 좀 긍정적인 영향을 주고 싶은데 구체적으로 어떻게 해야 될지 모르는 학생들이 많을 것 같아요. 그래서 저희 분쟁 분석 해결학을 전공을 하면서 그런 구체적인 뭔가 툴이나 스킬들을 배우면서 비전을 조금 갖춰가는 시간으로 생각을 하고 이 전공을 선택하면 좋겠다라는 생각이 듭니다. 그래서 이 전공을 공부를 하면서 좀 사회적인 구조적인 문제들이라든지 혹은 뭐 개인적으로 살아가면서 혹은 살아오는 과정 속에서 경험했던 그런 문제들 분쟁들을 어떻게 또 치유할 수 있을까라는 고민들도 많이 하게 돼서 굉장히 개인적으로도 또 사회적으로도 이 공부가 많은 도움이 될 것 같고 조금 더 여러 방면으로 성장할 수 있는 좀 따뜻한 공동체가 될 수 있다고 생각해서 이 KOR 프로그램을 꼭 추천드립니다.
Definitely, I will.
Yes, I think so. Because I don't wanna miss the whole opportunity and the people I met because I came to Mason Korea and Fairfax campus.
Well, absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Because yeah, I learned a lot through this program, and I know this CAR program is really not familiar to most of Korean students, but it's really a unique opportunity that you could not reach if you don't choose Mason Korea. So yeah, I would choose again.
This is very easy question. Yeah, for sure. I do not regret my choice back in 2021 when I switched my original major, which was management, to the conflict resolution program. The further conversation with Dr. Wilson at Mason Korea. I will recommend this conflict resolution program to all of you guys, and I love my decision.
I would say yes. because from the beginning of the humankind, we have always been included in some ways of conflicts, and then our major will be needed regardless of the time period. So when I'm in the past or in the future or right now, I would say this major is appealing enough and then needing enough.
Yes, yes, of course. I wish I had known that I would be joining Mason Korea and the KOR program sooner. Then it would have eliminated the time and worries that I've had before joining the school. So, yes.
Okay, thank you. That was our last question. Thank you very much for joining us today and responding to our interview questions. And again, congratulations, and I wish everything you do in the future will be great. Thank you.